This is a book called Chrysanthemum. This kind of flower is called a chrysanthemum. But this little girl right here, her name is also chrysanthemum. Did you know people can be named after a flower? Yeah. So, this little girl right here, her name's Chrysanthemum. She's a mouse, and she's going to be our character today. I want to show you, we have 3 goals today. Here's our first one. This says, I can use my own words to tell a story. After we read this today, I'm going to ask you to tell me something you remember. Yeah, do the same. Something that you remember from this book. Tell me it in your own words. So let's read Chrysanthemum.
I get up at 2.
Here we go. The day she was born was the happiest day in her parents' lives. So we said we were going to try to tell about this story in our own words. So I want you to think about this story. Think about what we just read. Pablo, think about what we just read. And I want you to be able to tell me one thing about this story. So everybody thinking, think, get it in your head. Ruth, are you thinking? Hazel, are you thinking? Okay. Victoria, you ready to tell me one thing? Everyone said, or she always said, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Didn't she? 3 times she would say her name. That's the name of our character. I'm going to write that up there. Ruth, what do you remember from this story?
She laughed.
The kids laughed at her, didn't they? Kids laughed at her. Okay, let's read what we wrote. Okay? We're going to try to read these words. So, what was our character's name? I'll say it first, then you read it. Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
Good job. Can you guys read it with her? Say chrysanthemum. That's our first word. Then, Ruth told us, look at these words. Kids laughed at her. Can you read it with me? Kids laughed at her. The next thing we're going to do today is define and use the word dreadful. Remember how we kept hearing that word dreadful in here? That she didn't think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful because the kids were making fun of her. It says right here, Chrysanthemum wilted. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. Here's our word, dreadful. And dreadful means really bad. Really, really, really bad. I want you to think about this with me. If something is dreadful, it's really bad. Say the word dreadful.
Dreadful.
Okay, we read it right here. Chrysanthemum thought her name was dreadful. She thought her name was really bad. So let me give you some examples. I'm going to say some things that might be dreadful if you ate them. Something that would be really bad if you ate it.
What?
So it would be dreadful to eat dirt. It would be dreadful to eat garbage. Ew. Would you want to eat garbage?
No.
That would be really bad. It would be dreadful. Okay, I want you to think of something that would be really bad if you ate it. Pablo, right here. Think. What would be really bad? What would be dreadful to eat? Thinking. would be dreadful to eat.
To eat your hand.
Your hand? Oh, that would be dreadful. Can you say that in a sentence? Can you say, it would be dreadful
A little bit dreadful
to eat your hand?
to eat your hand.
Yeah, don't do that. That would be really bad.
Yeah, my sister do that like this.
Oh, that was our word, dreadful. Everybody say it one more time. Dreadful.
Dreadful.
Good job. Okay,
Dreadful.
we're going to talk about a couple of letters today. And here's some letters that I noticed that we have up here. I want us to look at this letter. Oops, let me get a different color. I want us to look at this letter. To start with. Do you know what letter this is right here? What do you think, girls?
Me.
Do you have that letter in your name?
Yes.
Yes, you do. This is the letter C. Everybody say C.
C.
C. C makes the sound like in the word cat or in the word chrysanthemum. Hand says we want
and this make a C
yes, that is how you make a C.
like this.
Now, let's think of some other words that have a C in it. Here's one that I read about on this page. This is the word chrysanthemum. Do you see that big C? That's called a capital C.
This is a name chrysanthemum.
Everybody say C.
C.
C. Here's another C word. This is the word could. Could. Do you hear at the beginning it says could?
Who did that?
I did. This is the word comfortable. Comfortable has a C. Do you see that right there? C. Comfortable. Yep. Good. What letter is this? C. What does it say? Okay. Then we have this letter. This is the letter P. I see a P right on your shirt. Perseverance. What does P say?
P.
Everybody say that sound.
P. You have P.
I do. And hope.
I'm the
Yep. Okay.
and we have the
I see some P words in this book too. Let's read them together. Let's find these P words. Here's one right here. This is the word petals. Like we talked about how on the flowers there are petals. Listen to that word. Petals. Point to the P. Point to the P. Where do you see it? There it is. Point to the P. Where do you see it? Look at all of these P words over here.
Wow.
We have the word pockets. Itzel, do you hear that?
Pocket.
Prized.
Oh, this one is
And we have one more letter. What did this letter say?
P.
It's the letter P. What does it say? Here's our last letter. You might see it that way, or sometimes you might see it this way.
B.
You are right. What letter and what do we call this?
B.
B. What does B say? Let's look at some B words that I had in here. This is the word butterfly. Do you see that? Butterfly. Here's another B word. Oh, and this is one of my favorite B words because it reminds me of something I have at home. What is this? A little tiny baby. Look at that B word. That's the word baby. And baby has two B's in it. Ruth, do you see the two B's in baby? Yep, good. Baby. All right, look at these letters we had. We said we were going to find C, P, and B words. Here they are. C. Everybody say C.
C.
What sound does it make? What letter is this? What letter is it?
B.
P. P. sound does it make? Like in pocket. Pocket. This is the letter B. What sound does it make? Awesome job. Today we did 3 things. We used our own words to tell a story. We figured out that dreadful means really bad. And we know now not to eat a lion, or your hand, or your hair, or snakes. That would be dreadful. And then we talked about these 3 letters. C, P, B. Way to go. Good job. High fives.